Good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Victor Vince. I'm a life coach, I'm a business coach, and I am also a financial literacy teacher. So today, before we begin this broadcast or begin this video, I'm going to quote two people. So my first quote will be from Obaseki, and my second quote will be from Niccolo Machiavelli. Niccolo Machiavelli. My name in secondary school was actually Machiavelli. So I used to write it on my notebook because I was a big fan of Tupac. So Machiavelli. So let's start. Let me quote Obaseki. Obaseki said, democracy will cease to exist when you take from those who are willing to work and give to those who will not. He said, democracy will cease to exist when you take from those who are willing to work and give to those who will not. Me and you know who no want work. Me and you know who want do fine boy. Me and you know want sit down for house. Make the balance out from park. My brother, shine your eye. So let me quote Niccolo Machiavelli. So Niccolo Machiavelli said, he said, a man who wishes to make a profession of goodness in everything must necessarily came to grief among so many who are not good. Very crucial. I said, a man who wishes to make a profession of goodness in everything must necessarily came to grief among so many who are not good. Therefore, it is necessary for a prince. So Niccolo Machiavelli is advising a prince, he's advising a king, he's advising a government. He said, okay. He said, therefore, it is necessary for a prince who wishes to maintain himself to learn how not to be good and use this knowledge and not use this knowledge according to the necessity of the case. So let's just run through the quote, then I will break it down. So he said, a man who wishes to make a profession of goodness in everything must necessarily come to grief among so many who are not good. Therefore, it is necessary for a prince who wishes to maintain himself to learn how not to be good and use this knowledge and not use it according to the necessity of the case. Quick example, Mr. John Osagi. You say, I run a charity. Give me money, let me give the person. Give me money, let me give the person. You end up giving this guy, for example, you give him 100,000 to help that person. This guy will take 90% of the money, which is 90,000, and give the person 10,000. At the end of the day, he doesn't even give the person any money. He's very rude. He doesn't give account of how he spent the money. So those kind of people, that is what Niccolo Machiavelli is advising the prince on, to be careful about this kind of people so that he doesn't get enveloped by all these evil and wicked people. So let's continue. What brought me to this topic of today is the name these people are calling us. Okay? Some are calling us missionaries. Amafe Jessica, let me quote Amafe Jessica. Amafe Jessica is calling the next governor, the guy we are wishing, Ogadaro, is calling him another Yoruba man they call Benin, another Lagosian they call Benin. Okay? Eranomigo is calling us Yoruba. John Osage is calling us Orionba. So they are labeling us. Anybody that comes out to come and speak the truth, they call him missionaries, mercenaries. Okay, they call Emeka mercenaries. They call John Osage, former PA, mercenaries. Why? Because we are speaking the truth. What we are saying is that stop doing fine boy, come and work, come and get your hand dirty. Everybody must work before you eat. I don't care who you are. Work. We that live in Europe, we work before we eat. You that live in everybody, wherever you are, there's no we don't have time. Obaseki don't have time. The new governor that is coming, Ogadaro, the Esama, we don't have time. We don't have time for someone to sit at home. The different pack will be balancing them, and all of a sudden they start declaring that they worth 1 billion just sitting at home and having boys in different packs. We don't want that. Go and work. In this country, 80 years old man, 60 years old man, you see them sweeping the street, white man. Everybody must work. Everybody must be willing to get their hand dirty. Okay? The Yoruba man you are calling is a career man, is a banker. Okay? Igodaro Amafe Jessica is calling Yoruba man, is a banker. And let me tell you, the correlation between an entrepreneur, a business person, and a banker, or a career person. I've done both. I'm an entrepreneur and I'm a business person, but I was a career person at one time. Let me tell you what Professor Soludo, I think now the Anambra State governor, what he said about a career person and a business person. He said they have the same attributes: hardworking, persistent. You know, do all it costs. Do you know how long it takes to get a degree? It takes you 4 years. It took me 4 years to get a degree. It took me 5 years to get a master's degree. I remember when I was doing my professional exam for ACCA. When you are doing your professional exam for ACCA, once you enter the exam hall, you have 3 hours. They give you straight 3 hours. And straight 3 hours, you have to write a book. I will carry my pen, they write. You have to buy a special pen for exam so that the pen not go fuck up. You go write. That's a career person. If you want to be an accountant, if you want to be a banker, if you want to be a lawyer, these things, their exams are very strict and are very difficult. So that same mentality people are bringing into their career, those are the same mentality business people bring to their business. Persistent, hardworking, consistency, discipline. You understand? Career person and a business person is the same. An Igbo man workshop is an Igbo man's shop is a worship place. He worship it 24/7. That's business and career. Soludo was able to break this to that. He was able to do the correlation. He was able to compare this to when he was breaking when he was doing a book called Think and Grow Rich. Okay, one newspaper organization, one big newspaper organization told Soludo to break this book down, you know, to analyze this book down. And it's one of the top entrepreneurship book, Think and Grow Rich. I think 90% of rich or billionaire in the world have read that book. So Soludo was able to break this book down, summarize it, and was able to compare it between a career person and a business person. Okay, Igodalo is the CEO or chairman of one of the top banks in Nigeria. He's an hardworking man. He's a career man. And for Amafe Jessica, that have never worked in her life, a politician asked Lika to come down to be putting Igodaro down is an insult to hardworking people. It's an insult for people that believe in decency to earn your money, not violence, not intimidation, not oppression. So Edo people, you have to be smart. I'm talking to educated Edo people. I'm not talking to illiterate. I'm not talking to ignorance. You understand? We are voting a career person. We don't care if you call him a missionary. We don't care if you call him a Yoruba man. We don't need a pastor. We don't need to say Yamu. He's a pastor. Pastor is if you get sweet math, you become a pastor. You don't use sweet math to become a career person. You don't use sweet math to become an accountant. Okay, it's a strict and difficult level of different exam that you have to pass to be a career person. And for you to rubbish that kind of person and say he's just an ordinary Yoruba man or something like that. This time I'm talking to educated Edo people. We don't need Agberus. We don't need people like Amafe Jessica that has never worked in her life. Now she's in UK. She's celebrating useless certificate. I don't know where she foresees certificate. She tried to do a business before. This closed business before for Benin, not get ahead. You know, coming to insult Igodaro, a career person, a banker, is an insult on decency. It's an insult on hardworking people, which we need in Edo State. So this is the part 2 of of my video, the rundown to Edo 2024. My name is Victor Vince. I'm a business coach, I'm a life coach, and I'm a financial literacy teacher. My degree is in business accounting. My honors degree is in business accounting. My master's is in financial accounting. So we have a lot of intellectual adult people out there, and we will keep informing them so that they can be able to make the right decision, so that all this politician ass liquor doesn't confuse us from choosing the wrong person for Edo State. Thank you for listening to me again, and do have a productive evening. Take care. Bye.